Just recently, it has been confirmed that Black Panther 2's Namor is a mutant, and this hints towards a possibility of the MCU having several mutants before Phase 4 ends. So, you must have a lot of questions, starting with who could these mutants possibly be? Well, don't worry because we have all the answers. Keep watching this video to find out all the deets. First off, we can expect some mutants before the end of Phase 4. Even though Phase 4 is nearing its end, Marvel may still have several MCU mutants before it concludes. Marvel Studios has only one confirmed mutant in the MCU so far. Despite being Inhuman in the comics, Iman Vellani's Kamala Khan possesses the mutant gene according to Ms. Marvel's finale. Now, because Marvel has yet to announce any X-Men projects, she may be MCU's sole mutant for a few years. But several MCU films and shows have the potential to follow in Ms. Marvel's footsteps and unveil some unexpected mutant reveals of their own. When it comes to new mutants, Marvel will have the most opportunities in Phase 5 and 6, as both are jammed packed with MCU installments. Phase 4 is nearly finished with only the remaining episodes of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, Werewolf by Night, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special remaining. Moving on, who can these mutants be? While Phase 4 is ending, several mutants may be introduced before Phase 5. Tenoch Huerta's remark about Namor being a mutant in Black Panther 2 has already been confirmed for a second. There's also the issue of what Marvel's doing with She-Hulk, which recently introduced Mr. Immortal. He has superhuman abilities in the series, which the show does not explain. But given that he's a mutant in the comics, his MCU counterpart may have the same origin. In addition, the She-Hulk trailer teases the arrival of Aguila, a mutant swordsman from Marvel Comics. If both these characters have the mutant gene, Marvel will have at least 4 mutants by the end of Phase 4. Following up, Marvel's mutant setup is good for the MCU's future. Ms. Marvel, Mr. Immortal, Namor the Submariner, and Aguila might not be the extent of Marvel's mutant plans for Phase 4, while the 2 seasonal specials set to release in 2022 may not add to the MCU's mutant roster. She-Hulk may have 1 or 2 more in the works for Phase 4. That show's built around the main character's interactions with superhumans. The mutant gene allows the series to easily introduce superpowered characters without the need for a complex origin story each time. Marvel can use the mutant concept to create new villains and heroes in projects like Daredevil Born Again and Captain America New World Order in Phase 5. Not to mention, having several mutants will be beneficial for MCU. Having several mutants ahead of the X-Men official's debut is ultimately beneficial to the team's future and the MCU as a whole. The prospect of the X-Men joining the MCU presented Marvel with a significant challenge, as there's no obvious reason for them to turn up in an X-Men film, but by gradually introducing them through Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Ms. Marvel, and She-Hulk Attorney at Law, Marvel can gradually accustom audiences to mutants, before finally introducing an entire team of them in Phase 6 or Phase 7. Now coming up, let's talk about Namor. Namor is widely regarded as Marvel's first mutant. He may not be as old as the ancients, such as Selena and Apocalypse, but he is the first mutant character to appear in a comic book. Namor carries the mutant gene and the special abilities that come with it because he is the son of a human father and an Atlantean mother. Tenoch Huerta confirmed this Namor is, in fact, a mutant. We'll see in Black Panther Wakanda Forever directly acknowledging this fact. Even if not, Namor will almost certainly play a role in Marvel's future X-Men. Let's talk about Wanda and Quicksilver. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch have both found themselves trapped between 2 worlds. They begin as Magneto's Brotherhood of Mutants members before reforming and joining the Avengers. When Wanda and Pietro were introduced to the MCU in 2015's Avenger Age of Ultron, Marvel had no choice but to remove their mutant heritage and connection to Magneto. Even the comics have followed suit, recasting the 2 characters, so they are no longer mutants or Magneto's children. Many fans are wondering if the MCU will go in the opposite direction now that Disney has purchased 21st Century Fox and acquired the full X-Men rights. WandaVision previously revealed that Wanda possessed natural magical abilities before being exposed to Hydra's Mind Stone. Will we discover she was a mutant all along and had no idea? Will Marvel Comics reverse its controversial retcon? For the time being, all we know is that despite her apparent death in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Wanda's story is far from over. Finally, did MCU just confirm a mutant Marvel would never dare to use? The 9th episode of She-Hulk Attorney at Law contains a subtle nod to another mutant character, at one point a vengeful She-Hulk. and her friends compiled a list of everything they knew about the intelligentsia, the misogynistic group that they had been running Jennifer Walters' life. Several prominent intelligentsia members were represented by symbols, one of which was recognizable as a mandrill. The mandrill, created in 1973, is one of Marvel's most disturbing mutants, emitting pheromones that allow him to control the minds of women. Because these pheromones are addictive, repeated exposure to them renders women permanently under his control. The mandrill Easter egg is perfectly appropriate, but Marvel will never expand on it by developing his character. Mandrill is one of the most disturbing villains of all time. He's even more sinister than the Marvel Netflix villain Kilgrave, in that his abilities only work on women, and he usually keeps a harem. Even in comic books, this mutant is rarely used. Now, on to some other related news. First up, MCU's Young Avenger roster is complete now. The long-awaited MCU Young Avengers lineup may be complete with the shocking She-Hulk attorney-at-law reveal of Hulk's son, Scar. The MCU is currently in flux, as many of the heroes who helped build the franchise into what it is today have gone away. Marvel's been introducing the next generation of heroes in recent projects, gradually bringing them on. Fans hope that this will lead to the Young Avengers climactic reveal, and Scar's introduction to the MCU may have completed the team. As Marvel gradually revealed members of the Young Avengers in the cinematic universe, one crucial member from the Young Avengers comic remained unrevealed. Hulkling has yet to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he may never do so. Scar will most likely replace Hulking in the Young Avengers lineup. The production company introduced many of the Young Avengers who were part of the traditional team in the comics in the MCU's Phase 4. This includes other young heroes who will most likely be a part of the team when the Young Avengers finally unite on screen. Since his debut has been speculated as early as 2021's WandaVision, it has been unclear whether Hulkling would appear, and if so, where he would. Up next, Harrison Ford is joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There was speculation that the fifth Indiana Jones film would be Harrison Ford's last film. Not only is this misleading, but Ford is also shifting from that franchise to the biggest in modern Hollywood, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As reported by Hot Mike and Slash Film, Ford will play General Thaddeus Ross in the MCU, filling the role vacated by the late William Hurt. Ford will appear in Captain America: New World Order, a film starring Anthony Mackie that is set to be released on May 3rd, 2024. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, showrunner Malcolm Spellman and Dallin Musso co-wrote the script, and Julius Onah is the director. The news report does not clearly state whether Ford will carry over the role into Thunderbolts late that summer on July 26, 2024. But given that Ross's nickname is Thunderbolt, casting someone of Ford's stature is a huge deal, and previous reports indicated that he would, so it's a safe bet that we'll see the character again in that film. Finally, Spider-Man 4 rumor hints at Daredevil storyline. Spider-Man No Way Home surprised everyone when Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock appeared to help Tom Holland's Peter Parker with his legal problems. Although the appearance was brief, many fans have speculated on whether a future team-up between the two heroes will occur now that Daredevil is firmly established in the MCU. Following the news that Spider-Man 4 will be released on July 2024, the Cosmic Circus revealed that the upcoming Tom Holland-led film will have a street-level story, and it could explore the aftermath of the events of Daredevil Born Again. It's an exciting prospect to have Daredevil and Kingpin both appear in Spider-Man 4, and there's previous evidence that this may be the case. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has already hinted that Spidey is going into the street-level heroes, implying that his next outing he will focus on protecting New York City rather than the world in the multiverse. But my friends, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. What do you think about the MCU having several mutants before Phase 4? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you like this video and if you want more like it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.